I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all my problems.
Listen, are you going to propose to Selena Gomez? You guys make a really good couple. I see that smile.
Hailey, did you can you say about the nose?
It's happening, people. The Bieber marriage is on the rocks, and Hailey has had enough. After years of whispers, drama, and scandal, it looks like their fairy tale is cracking under pressure. Justin has been spotted looking miserable in public. Not once, but twice. Hailey, on the other hand, has been seen storming out of a restaurant alone, while Justin showed up without her later and left just as solo and sadly looking. Insiders are spilling that Justin's become a total recluse, dodging crowds and spiraling into isolation. He hasn't toured in years, and sources claim he's paralyzed by fear of being in public. His mental state is raising serious concerns, and those closest to Hailey are begging her to walk away. One source dropped a bombshell. Hailey has suffered through this marriage from day one. She loves him, but he's a loose cannon. Some of her closest friends are telling her it's time to leave. The real twist? Many thought their baby would change everything, but even after the birth of their son, things are still falling apart. Is this the beginning of the end for the Biebers? Stay tuned because this story is getting wilder by the second. The drama just won't stop. Despite welcoming their baby boy, it looks like Justin and Hailey Bieber's marriage is still in serious trouble. Sources say Hailey thought fatherhood would change him, that it would finally make Justin step up. But guess what? Nothing has changed. His behavior is still off the rails, and Hailey is at her breaking point. Then came the Instagram scandal. Fans went into a frenzy when they saw that Justin had unfollowed Hailey, sparking instant breakup rumors. But just when the internet started celebrating their supposed split, Justin jumped online to clear the air, claiming his account had been hacked. "Someone went on my account and unfollowed my wife," he posted. "It's getting sus out here." But here's the twist. He deleted that story hours later. So what's really going on? And let's not forget Hailey's own father, Stephen Baldwin, basically confirming their struggles when he asked for prayers for their marriage in a now-deleted post. Insiders say Hailey was furious with him. And get this, Justin doesn't even follow his father-in-law anymore. For months, the internet has been flooded with blind items and breakup rumors. Fans were convinced they had secretly divorced after they were nowhere to be seen together over Easter weekend. Now things have only gotten worse. Adding to the chaos, Justin has been in a dark place ever since his former mentor Diddy was arrested, in a massive scandal. Could this be pushing him even further away from Hailey? And is this the final straw for their already fragile marriage? The cracks are getting bigger, and at this point, the Biebers might be headed for the most shocking breakup of the year.
Emotionally just overwhelmed and talking to her, not knowing how to communicate certain things and just feeling kind of frustrated. You know, there's been a lot of things that have happened in my life, and I think there was just a point in my life where I was just so overwhelmed. I'm just being a normal person and crying. I think when I'm in the media, or I look at things on the internet and people are like, Justin's upset. Why is he upset? It's like they don't give me permission to be upset. I don't have permission to be, human and shed tears. And there's so many people every day who are in a conversation with their girl or their wife or their mom and they break down, but they don't have cameras capturing it, So people are like, is he okay? He's having a mental breakdown.
A little bit later, maybe? Jay, maybe later? Is that Justin Bieber?
Shoot it!
Oh. All right, enjoy your walk, Jay.
The internet is in shock as speculation grows that Justin Bieber may have been one of Diddy's victims. And trust me, the details are bone-chilling. An American singer just dropped a bombshell, claiming that Usher handed Justin over to Diddy for a mysterious 48 hours. What happened during that time? No one knows, but now an unsettling video is making people take a second look. In the resurfaced clip, Diddy corners Justin in a studio, pressing him about why he's been pulling away. "You ain't been calling?" "Me," Diddy says, while Justin, visibly nervous, stutters and hesitates before caving in and handing over his personal number. Social media went wild, with users calling the video creepy and disturbing. But here's where it gets even darker. Another shocking video from 2012 just resurfaced, and it's sending the internet into a frenzy. In the clip, Diddy greets Justin with a hug, but then pats him down multiple times on his chest and torso. Fans now believe that he was checking if Justin was wired. Did he think Justin was working with the feds? Now, after Diddy's arrest, insiders say Justin is spiraling. A source claims he's disgusted and has been warned to cut all ties, but the emotional toll is crushing him. Some say he's completely withdrawn, and his marriage is hanging by a thread. Hailey is reportedly losing sleep over Justin's mental state, fearing he'll never recover from his past. Could this be the real reason their marriage is falling apart? And will Justin finally break his silence?
Can we talk about it? I think it's time. I think it's time we talk about it. If you're looking at this chart and you see some names you recognize, it's because these are all celebrities who have been associated with the Hillsong Church. And we can't forget one more, Miss Soper herself. The church, if you do not know, is the mega church of all mega churches. It has a very dark past, and we're going to talk about it today. Like I always say, everything I'm about to say is alleged. I don't know these people. I don't want to know these people. I'm just some bitch on the internet, and frankly, you don't have to believe me. The Hillsong Church was started in 1977 in Australia by crusty old dusty Frank Houston. In 1999, Brian Houston, his son, would go on to become the new leader. In 2003, they would open up a church in New York City, and one of the previous assistant pastors would go on to pretty much run that church. This is Carl Lentz. He is all of the celebrities' best friend and spiritual leader. In 1999, a woman would go on to confide in two church pastors, letting them know that Frank had essayed her son. I don't think she realized the craziness that would ensue after this. So in court, it was alleged that Frank had essayed a boy between the ages of 7 and 12. The victim would eventually come forward to give more details, stating that Frank was a family friend. He would come visit their family regularly, and every time he came by between the ages of 7 and 12, he would visit his room every single night. He stated that Frank lost interest by the time he hit puberty. The victim did not tell his mom until 8 years later, and the reason he told her is because he states that his mom wanted him to go to counseling with Frank to improve his behavior. He alleges that the first time he went to go visit Frank, he found Frank doing something really nasty under his desk. He did not stay, and when he got back home, that's when he decided to tell his mom. Her response, you might ask, and I quote, "You do not want to be responsible for turning people away from the church and into hell." It took her 20 years to tell those two pastors. Before Frank officially confessed, which he did end up doing, the victim alleges that Frank called him and asked him to meet him at McDonald's. Frank would go on to offer him $10,000 and then ask him to sign a McDonald's napkin to agree to it. The victim also alleging that Frank told him that he needed to apologize to him because he could not face God with this hanging over his head. So not that what he did was disgusting and traumatic and awful, but because he needed to save his own soul. Several months later, he still hasn't gotten any money, so he reaches out to Brian, Frank's son, who is now the new leader of the church. And I'm so sorry for having to include this picture. I feel like he's looking through my soul. It's actually a very terrifying photo. I feel like he knows all my secrets. He goes on to ask Brian, hey, why hasn't my money arrived? Brian tells him, and I quote, "You know it's your fault. You tempted him." The victim stated that he was hurt by this, and he actually went on to ask Brian if he was also essayed by his dad. Brian got belligerent. He was yelling, he was swearing. He hung up the phone, and the victim received the check 2 weeks.
Because the internet is now exploding with more shocking revelations about Justin Bieber's disturbing past with Diddy. And trust me, it's not looking good. More clips are starting to resurface, and fans are connecting the dots like never before. People are reevaluating every interaction between Justin and Diddy, and let's just say it's giving major red flags. Why was Justin, a young teen at the time, spending so much time around Diddy in the first place? And why does Justin look so visibly uncomfortable in every old clip where they interact? Now the pressure is mounting. Fans are urging Justin to finally break his silence, but sources close to him say he's struggling to even process everything that's coming to light. He's been quietly dealing with the trauma for years, and with the Diddy scandal exploding, he's being forced to relive some of the darkest moments of his life. But while his past haunts him, his marriage is falling apart in real time. Hailey is desperate to support him, but how can she help someone who won't let her in? And let's not forget, the constant scrutiny is only making things worse. Every time Justin steps outside, he's papped, looking exhausted, withdrawn, and completely checked out. At this rate, the cracks in their marriage are turning into full-blown fractures. Can Justin face his past and save his relationship? Or is it too late to fix what's already broken? Let me know what you think in the comments. Will Justin ever tell his truth? Is this the final chapter for him and Hailey? This drama is taking nasty turns. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for future shocking revelations. Let us know your take in the comments, and don't forget to check out more videos on our channel.